Afternoon guys, this is the SOTA tuner that I've ordered in, and this is the packet that it comes in. So it comes in a nice sealed package like this, and the kit that I bought is for 40 meters to 15 meters tuning. There's an 80 meter kit as well, and this manual you have to go online and print it out, otherwise you can just look at it on your computer while you're building it. So I'll pull out all the bits in here and just check through that they're all the bits are there, and then I'll start building it. Cool. Alright, so far it's looking pretty good. I've got here the mini SWR indicator all pulled out. The parts all look like they're there. I haven't opened up these smaller packages. The big package has smaller packages inside of it, and so these smaller packages I don't want to pull out just yet. I'll sort those out later. I just want to keep the pieces together, and I'll work on the SWR indicator first, as it explains in the notes, or the build notes. Cool. Cool, so I've made the mini SWR kit, and now I just have to test it out. Just reading the notes at the moment. It says, inspect the board for any bad solder joints, shorts or other problems, and correct before use. Confirm proper orientation of the LED and diodes. Yeah. Use a multimeter in resistance mode. Measure the resistance between transmit and ground pads on the board. So operator's up. With the switch down for operate mode, which is what hold on. Down, yeah. The resistance should indicate open or infinite. Let's go 20 mega ohms. Yes, it's pretty infinite to me. With the switch up for measure mode, toggle lever approximately should be 100 ohms. So put 200. Yeah, 100 and says 100.9 or 8. So that's good. Just my pen. Right. That's good, that's good. Repeat this check for the output pads label antenna and ground. So if I put them on ground, still currently in measure mode, got 151 ohms, and then it goes to infinite and operate mode, but in tune mode, in tune mode it says 150, which is approximately 100. I don't know what, it's not the same, that's for sure. Oh, sorry, 150 it says right there. Yep, cool. Read the manual. Read the manual. Next, check the resistance from the transmitter to the antenna pads. So transmit and antenna. I'm getting 50 ohms. With the switch and operate, which it's not in, the switch and operate, it's 0.3, usually less than 1 ohm, and it's 0.3, so it's correct. And in measure you should have approximately 50 ohms, and I have 50.5 according to this one here. So sounding all good. Tick, tick. Set the SWR indicator aside for now, while the remainder of the assembly is done inside the chassis. Cool. So mini SWR kit complete. And just a note for you guys, the way that it goes into the kit will look like this. So notice that it looks upside down if you look at all the writing. The writing on it is this way up. Is it actually focused? You'll notice that some of the writing is this way up, like antenna, but when it's actually inside the kit itself, it gets turned this way. You got the LED at the top here because the LED will poke through this hole here. So it's actually this way, and so operate is that way and tune is down that way. And also another note, it tells you the antenna and ground here, and sorry, antenna, ground, transmitter and ground here. That's why I was measuring underneath rather than on the top here, although you can still do it from the top because it's through hole. Cool. Time to, looks like it's time to wind some toroids, chuck in the polyvericon, do some bits and pieces, assemble the case, and I think I'll just keep going until I finish. I've spent about 20 minutes or so already, 30 minutes. Yeah. Cool, so I've finished assembling the kit. All pretty good, apart from this last bit. Man, it's a bit tricky. Not that part. So everything fine, making the tap fine. Just this last bit when you're soldering in, or you're making a whole bunch of wires and wire lengths, that's fine. You know, making the wire lengths and measuring things out and so on and so forth, that's fair. But the instructions here for attaching all these bits and pieces together and trying to go off this picture, I looked at a coloured picture and it's quite tricky. It's quite tricky. I followed it along all right and it told you what to connect what to what, so on and so forth. But you want to follow it by the letter. Otherwise you're going to mess up. So this is completed and I'll need to test it out, and I'll do that sometime a bit later. I just need to put in these final screws. So the manual, this manual is pretty good. I'd recommend reading through it before you start, and if you start a section, have a read through the section before you do it, because there are some sections that if you just make a start on it, you're going to find you'll mess up because you won't have the full picture. There are parts where if you followed it exactly as it was instructing you, you would find it telling you to do something. Like it doesn't go totally in chronological order, which is a bit frustrating if you're just straight up following the manual, which is what most people do, which is what I do as well. So have a read ahead as you're going along, otherwise you'll make a mistake. So here we go, and that's the kit complete. I found that this knob's pretty good because it's got a little screw on the side, but it doesn't. The polyvericon, it's really interesting. You might notice, it's a small gripe, that it's just slightly turned this way that's the start, and then at the end it's slightly turned that way. So it's not like it does an exact 180. It's like a 179 or maybe a 178 from end to end, from min to max. Yeah, small gripe. Otherwise, nice little kit. Yeah. Yeah, so it's the Pacific Antenna SOTA Tuner. 40 to 15 meters. And I can't wait to actually give it a go. See how it tunes. Cool.